Hi good people, welcome back to my channel. This is Sophia the Life Coach, your number one online coaching show. Here we do life together as we get empowered through learning. Thank you for always turning to watch my videos. I really appreciate you so much. I don't take your support for granted. For the new subscribers who have joined us recently, I welcome you, I appreciate you, and thank you for joining this great family. Feel at home, keep it locked here for more learning. Remember to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will get notified. To my premier gang, I appreciate you so much. I wish you all the best in everything that you do, and I love you all. And guys, I have to appreciate you for the kind feedback you're giving, the comments that you leave on the videos that I share here are very helpful because they add on the topic that we have discussed for the day, and someone can read them and get good information on how to improve or better their lives. Always remember to leave a comment on all videos. I also want to appreciate you guys as well. I started receiving some client sessions and I have been having some session with some few people that we are having some talks here and there to get some adjustments on the things they feel like are burdening them. And as I always say, I'm all here for all these things. Please give this video a like, share out widely to as many people as possible. Give me your thoughts, your opinion on the comment section about the topic we are discussing today. And it's how to raise your teenage boy to become a responsible gentleman in society. You remember I talked about how to empower a teen daughter, and I got very positive feedback. And this one today, I'm doing it courtesy of Mary Smart Kenya. She gave me this topic suggestion and I want to give her a shout out. She's a YouTuber. She does content around cleaning motivation videos, cooking videos, homemaking videos, and she's a baker. She does very yummy and sweet cakes, and she is a preteen mom, a mother of a young boy who is about to become a teenager, and she could not wait to get this helpful information in a parenting journey. I want to appreciate her because she's a good mom. I love her parenting ways because she really has good moments and she really clicks with her son. You can find them having fun and chatting in the kitchen while they prepare meals, and she is doing a great job. Mary Smart Kenya, I wish you all the best in your parenting journey, and I wish you all the best in raising your son. And thank you for this topic suggestion for the moms outside there. If you are a mom of a boy or a mom of a girl, raise your children in the better ways and raise them with the fear of God. You'll never regret bringing them up in the better ways. I am Sophia Moronge, a passionate life coach and a counseling psychologist. Please follow me on Instagram at Sophia_Moronge or send me a WhatsApp message on 0718 970 325. In case you have any topic suggestion that we can share, or you have a challenging situation that you're going through and you need someone to talk to you and give you some emotional support, or you have a story that we can share to encourage people or educate people, please get in touch with me. I will get back to you and I will really appreciate you a lot. Let's get to the video as we get learning. As we all know, raising a teenager son isn't easy, but we can make it easier by the way we relate to them, how we treat them, how we communicate to them, and how we handle them in general. Parenting a teenager requires patience, empathy, time, love and affection, support and self-compassion for all the parents. For an effective communication with your teen son, anytime you have a conversation with them, always keep it short and sweet. Don't overdo the eye contact. They are becoming men. They don't want to be stared at throughout. Talk to them while you are in action, while you are doing something. That way, they will be free to open up on anything that is bothering them. Stay calm and listen to them keenly. Anytime they want to talk to you, or anytime you are having a conversation, show them that you are concentrating and you are listening on what they are saying. Give him time to process what you have talked about. I know sometimes you might have a discussion with them and you're like, so how did you go about this? Why did you do this? When you're talking, give them some time to process on it so that they will get back to you, and you will now have a conversation on the things that you want to handle. You don't want to make them feel embarrassed, or you don't want to make them feel like you are forcing them to say or to do what they have to. You just need to listen to them and give them some time. Don't shout to him, he will feel embarrassed and disrespected, and don't control him because he feels like you are not giving him space to do what they like. You need to always listen to their ideas and guide them on what to do. Advise them if the thing they want to undertake is beneficial to them or it can harm them, and then listen to them. You will lose them. When they feel like you want to be too much on their nerve, they will start avoiding you, and that is when you lose it. Because even when they are not in a good state of mind, even when they want to have a conversation, they will not be coming to you, because even when they share their ideas, you don't listen to them. You want them to do what you prefer or what you feel is best. I know most of the time parents control their children, not aware of it, because you feel like you are doing what is best for them, you are wishing what is best for them, but to some extent it becomes too much pressure to any kid to handle. The only mistake that we parents make is thinking that everything we wish our sons is the best, but sometimes the case can be opposite. When you control them a lot, they feel like you don't respect their decisions, and they are becoming men, so you need to give them that space so that they can learn to make decisions, and they can learn to see if that decision they are making can work. You don't want to have a mature man, is a university student, but he still relies on you in making decisions. You don't want to have a son who is married already, they have a wife, but they want to ask you, Mommy, how many children do you think I should bear with my wife? How many roomed house do you think we should live with my wife? Do you think I should allow my wife to go to work? Do you think, Mom, we should do this? Do you think, Mom, we should do that? Or do you think, Dad, am I supposed to start constructing my home right now? You'll make them to be so dependent, and they will never capture that art of independence in life. So let them be. Just be around them to guide them and advise them on the advantages and disadvantages of the thing they want to do, and now they can learn to avoid what is not bringing impact to their lives. Don't rebuke him or beat him in front of other people. You make him feel humiliated, and it can really affect his self-esteem and his man ego. even a young boy, right now you hit him, you shout at him, you will be like, hey mom, you're making noise, you're shouting. Imagine of a teen boy, and then is growing up. You don't shout to them, you don't beat them in public or when other people are watching. First you beat them, their friends are there, they are laughing at them. You are messing up with esteem of that boy, because how will I go to face my friends and I was given a beating in front of them? Even when they start giving a point, they are like, you keep quiet or you go home to be beaten by your dad or your mom. You see? So that struggle they have to fight for themselves not to be beaten, that struggle you have there when beating your children, it's always good to do it when you are alone. Don't even beat them in front of the other children. Even if it's siblings, always make it an habit to punish your children alone, so that you can even have time to listen to them and get explanation why they did that mistake that you want to punish them for. You know, nowadays people don't even cane children as we were used to be caned those days, because you can resonate with them and understand why they really did it or why they are doing it. When you beat them up, you will just make them more angry and they cannot even be free to share or discuss with you anything. Since he is a teenager already, being groomed to become a man, don't always refer to him as a boy or my baby. He feels annoyed. He feels like you belittle him. Like, you see, anytime you call him my baby come or my boy, he is not so appreciative of it. Yeah, I know you want to pamper him, you want to make him feel loved, but you can express your love to them in many other different ways. Don't make them feel childish and they are embracing themselves as young adults. They want to grow. So when you make them feel like young children, they don't like it. They feel like you are looking down on them. And now, because you want to make your relationship strong together with them, it's always good to avoid things that will annoy them. Don't compare him to other kids. Embrace his gifts and talents. Help him to improve and do better on them. Help him to nurture those gifts, and he will benefit from them one day. When you help him do better in his gifts and talents, he will also see the need to concentrate on the education that you are encouraging him to. But if you just disregard anything that he does, he will also not do what you are telling him to do, because he will say, if you don't want to listen what I am doing, I also will not do what you want me to do. Now let's punish each other. You know, when children are teenagers, they feel like they are kings and queens, so they can do anything to make you feel like they have a say as well. So because you don't want that situation to get that far, you listen to them, you guide them, and you advise them accordingly. Don't ask him too many unnecessary questions. Don't be too overprotective. Teach him how to be responsible, how to relate with people. Advise him on the things that he can do and they will easily mess his life. Teach him to have personal discipline and be responsible for any action that he takes. This way you are empowering him to be an independent, responsible young adult. So anytime he wants to do something, he will always remember, if I do this thing, it has some repercussions and I have to face the consequences. Other than being overprotective, you don't want him to go outside, you don't want him to do this or that, and when you will not be available, he will be there to express his need to know anything that you have been hiding him from, and he will mess up big time because he will be doing it out of experiments. You know, when you give him freedom, when you allow him to try the things that he feel like are okay with him, as far as you have guided him, you have educated him on the disadvantages and the challenges that can come after his actions, you will always be able to remember, I don't want to do this because of this and that, and I should do this because it will even benefit me in return. Also, always show up in school meetings or any other occasion anytime that he needs your presence in his life. This one shows him that you care about him, you want to support him in what he does, and you are ready to build him. You know, there are some children, when we were in school, like it's parent day, it's visiting day, and nobody comes to visit you. You just see other students having good times with their parents. They just came with snacks, meals, and they're sharing together while they are laughing, they are enjoying, they are having good time, they are sharing stories about home and school, and your son or daughter is just there, stranded at the gate, looking left and right, front and back to see if mommy or daddy is coming. Sometimes if you are in a position or you can create some few minutes for your children, it's always a good gesture for them. Remember, it's not about the gift, the expensive gift that you give them. It's about the time that you show up for them, the memorable moments that you spend together that matters to them. That is what they remember the most. Also, don't complain too much about home bills. This will piss them off because you let them feel like they are irresponsible about the expenditure in the house. The best way you can do this is to talk to them calmly and advise them on how they should spend things in the house. I understand, like, this time people are going through hard moments in life. People are facing challenges, financial challenges, even mental challenges, because people are having stress outside here. So when you talk to them in an caring way, they feel like you see them as wasting home resources, and now to some extent they can even decide not to stay at home again, or even not to be eating anything or touching anything in the house. You know, when children are teenagers, their minds are always advancing. They feel like they want to try a new thing anytime, any day. You don't know if that moment of provocation, you just talk to them about their house expenses, they were like waiting for it. Oh, you don't want me to spend things in the house? Let me go out to my friends now where I will not be spending things, where they will not complain. You see? So all the time, anytime you address them, you always ought to be so keen, because they are experiencing very different and vigorous emotional and physical changes, whereby they also affect them. Guys, please bear with me. My ring light went off. I don't know what happened to the charger. I think it overheat, but we have to complete the video, so bear with me. In the rest part of the video, maybe quality might be a bit different, but the information is still the same. So let's proceed. Another thing you don't want to do, because you'll collide with your son, is don't overshare their life too much on social media, especially if they don't like it and he tells you openly not to put his pictures on social media or videos. It's good to respect their choices. Also, don't ask them embarrassing questions in public. Have a comfortable discussion with them whenever you are in front of other people. Avoid being overly dramatic about the hardships of the things that he is doing. You know, sometimes youths have some many hardships, so avoid being overly dramatic at them. Maybe you just came back home, you had guests, and you don't even care about guests. You're like shouting at him, where have you been this whole time? I sent you since morning, it's now you're coming back. Even if what I sent you is what we are supposed to eat, we could have died out of anger, blah blah blah. And then he's like, why, mom? You could not even ask why I got late, why I delayed, or you could not even wait for guests to leave. or you are in the public and maybe they mess up something, you want to beat them up and the crowd of people is there, so you will mess up with them. The only better thing you can do to your children, not to control them, not to force them the things that you feel is good for them to do, is to advise them and guide them accordingly. Guide them on the things they are supposed to do, and they will also start knowing this is good for me and this is bad for me, and now they can embrace it easily without much strain. Don't play favorites with siblings, because anytime you show too much attention to one kid, the other children start feeling discriminated. You see, make him feel catered for, make him feel loved. Whenever you play favorites to your children, you make the other kids feel unloved, and it can affect how they view about relating with other siblings. You know, that child who is loved much by parents, they receive hatred from other siblings because they feel like now that you are loved by mom and dad, be with them. So their relationship is somehow affected at some point, because the one you are discriminating, they feel slighted, so they start lacking meaning and the importance for themselves. Also, don't say negative things about his current changes that he is experiencing in his teenage life. You know, you will be uncomfortable and it can affect his self-confidence. Also, always create time to help him with homework and assignments from school if the need arises. Especially with the current CBC education system, students are given some assignment that they need help of a parent. Show up when you need to. Even if they are able to do assignment by themselves, you can just counter check the work they have done if they did it the right way or in the correct manner. Don't overschedule them with many house chores or responsibilities. Give them some personal time to meditate and reflect about their lives. Give them some free time to go outside and play. Give them some free time to go outside, hang out with friends, and give him some free time also for study and doing assignments. Maybe you have ever found yourself in a situation whereby when you come from school, you find many responsibilities that are set aside for you by the parents, and you are supposed to do them. You are supposed to finish them. You find even by the time you finish up with them, you are tired, it's already night, and you want to sleep. You don't get time for study, you don't get time for your homework, assignment, and then it becomes even challenging for this young boy even to concentrate much on education or even to build friendships with other young people like him. Don't argue or throw hurtful words with your partner in front of them. It can affect their view of relationships. You've seen other people outside there saying like, if love is for that mom and dad, watch I cry. If it's the way I see mom mistreating dad or dad beating mom, I better stay alone. You also will show him or let him hear things that children are not supposed to hear. You know, sometimes there are those parents when they are maybe drunk and they are not in their right state, they talk anything, even if it's a dirty language, they just speak out without caring if children are there or not there. You find even when they speak this, the mother responds and then it becomes a sin and children are just there. Or those parents who come back home really drunk, they are even undressing in front of their kids. You even bring curse to your children by letting them see your nakedness. So it's always good to be a responsible mom or dad anytime you have children with you or children around you. Always have some fun time together and let them feel comfortable to share anything that is bothering them with you. You see, like, boys are trained to be tough in nature. So even when he is experiencing some challenges and you feel like you want to talk about it, you're like, you are a man, be strong. So you don't even listen to them and hear what they are about to say. So this is why even suicidal cases have increased to men and to young boys, because they keep too much to themselves until they get to a point of not able to hold up anymore. So it's always good to let them know that even if you are a boy or a girl, it's okay not to be okay. You can also face challenges as a boy or a man. Even older men, someone can find themselves in a situation and they never expected it to be that way. It will bring stress to them. So even if they are not given a platform to speak out and share what is bothering them, it can really affect their mental health, and that is what brings stress and depression to many men outside here. Also nurture their gifts and talents, encourage them to do better and perfect the gift they have. Don't rebuke them, listen to them and guide them. The things they are doing, if you are in a position to support, maybe financially, just do something to make them feel appreciated and make them feel like what they are doing is important. Take them to church and encourage them to be prayer warriors. Let them learn to bring their burdens, their stress, their challenges to God in prayer, because with God all things are possible. Let them know God is the pillar of our lives. However wealthy anyone is, however healthy anyone is, even if you are a rich person, you need God in your life, because He is the one who gives you life, He is the one who cater for you, He is the one who protects you. So let them know the importance of being God-fearing people, so that they will grow up with the fear of God in them, because we all know that fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. Tag them along when you are going for grocery shopping. They get to learn how money is spent and the things that are required for consumption at home. Even when you send them next time, they will go and purchase what they need. Even when you are not around, they cannot just stay home angry. They can go outside and get something. You are training them to be a responsible future husband, a responsible dad, because when they will be going out, they are required to come back home with something to share with the family. If you don't teach them early enough, they will find it challenging when they get into a marriage and wife expects something when he's coming back, or children expect something when he's coming back and he just comes empty-handed. Show concern when they are upset. Don't say something they are upset about is not a big deal. You see, like they come, they are upset, they are stressed, and you're like, now what is making you mad? That's nothing, that's not a big deal. You really make them feel bad because it's bothering them. It's better you show concern. Also encourage them to eat healthy meals and always do some simple daily healthy exercise. We all know how some simple exercise are important to our health, and it's important to encourage them and let them learn doing it from an early age, and it will be easier for them. It will be beneficial to their health in general. Don't be too touchy or intimate in front of him, or public display of affection with your spouse anytime you are with them. It really annoys them. You see, they are not comfortable seeing you doing it. You mess up with their thinking because they will also feel like doing the same. You know, when someone is a teenager, that is when they are very active, because every part of their body is developing. That's why very many children mess up their lives when they are teenagers. You have found many girls getting pregnant when they are teenagers, many boys messing up with life when they are teenagers, going out to be drunkards, going out taking up smoking, running away from home. Because if a parent, you don't do all these things to show them the need for them to stay at home, they will feel uncared for, and they can choose to do anything that will replace the needs they want to have. Also have a healthy conversation about sex education and talk about puberty. I know they don't like that talk, but you have to bring it on in a wise manner, the way they will not feel attacked or the way they will not feel shy to have that discussion with you. Talk about healthy friendships with fellow boys and girls, because you don't want to tell them don't have a girlfriend, don't have boys friends that you hang up with, just stay at home. That is when you will be messing them up. Just let them know it's important to have friends, but talk to them into details the things that they can do with friendships, and it can mess them big time. Take them for holidays or weekend brunch dates for them to get all around experience about life, and teach them to be responsible money spenders. When you want to go out, try this to your son. Give them some cash and tell them we are going to this place and that place. This money should be enough for us, the things that we are eating, the things that we should buy. You are the one who will be paying when we pick any commodity. Let them learn to be responsible with finances. You are also building him confidence. You see, you are also building him to learn how to relate with external money affairs. So you will be able to think in his mind and know, I have 2,000 shillings, we are a family of 2 or 3, so everyone will need to eat this or that. Like, you will be able to be actively thinking how that money should be spent. Even when he will become a dad one day, he will be well groomed and well equipped to be able to manage and budget the money he has. How about that? Comment down below and share with me, have you ever done that to your son, or you will do it after this information? Also teach them to be responsible of any action they take. Help them build their self-esteem and self-confidence. Encourage them to have personal respect and personal care. You don't want to raise a irresponsible man who will face life tomorrow and he is like looked down upon by anyone, like, you don't even shower, you don't do this. Let them learn to have personal grooming as a basic need for everyday attention. Their rooms, let them learn to make their rooms tidy. Their school bag, their school uniform, let them learn to be responsible of any item they are supposed to cater for, so that today you will not go with a new sweater, it doesn't come with it in the evening. Like, you just bought him a new bag, he has just destroyed it like very fast. You ought to teach him how to be responsible, and you teach them about finances. Let them know getting money outside here, it's not easy. You struggle, you toil to get that money, so they ought to be responsible of anything that you buy for them, so that it will take a bit longer before another one is required. That way you will have raised a great man to face life with courage in the society, despite any challenges that may come along his way, because you have really equipped him well. Let us raise our children with intention, and let us do better to improve their lives and improve their character. It takes a concerned parent, it takes a loving and caring parent for children to grow up in the best way possible and with good manners. Just do your best and leave God to guide you and lead your son. Always remember to pray for your children. Always remember to guide them in anything that you do, because you can do all the things but still you face the challenges. But when you take everything to God in prayer, all the burdens, all the challenges, the life of your children, He will do good for you, because nothing is impossible with Him. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching till the end. I don't take your support for granted. If you're watching, you've not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Press the notification bell, and anytime I upload a new video, you'll get notified. See you in the next video, and bye.